I just love the brain. I just became so fascinated in the way it works. And I know for me, it was like, the brain's a big part of my life because it affected my parents, and it's literally the one thing in your body that affects everything. And I just think that's really cool. I am a senior at San Pedro High School. I plan to attend a top-tier university this upcoming fall. After that, I want to go into medical school and just study neuroscience and perform neurosurgery once I finish everything. While I'm in college, I'd like to continue studying chemical dependency and kind of how it affects children. I grew up in a family that was based out of like drugs and a lot of violence, so coming here was kind of like a refuge for me. I was provided college support, I was provided a support system, I had somewhere to go after school when at one point I didn't. So being at home was very chaotic. It was loud, it was a lot of chaos. And here was kind of this place where I could come and all that was kind of over there. It became a second home for me, which is why I became so actively involved. Well, the first thing that drew me in was college bound. None of my parents went to college. My brother went for a little bit and didn't continue. So I'd be the first person in my family to graduate. So learning all these resources provided for me, all these scholarships that I had no idea about, have paved me a way to do so many things. I went to Chicago this summer for a scholarship opportunity. I went to Atlanta through the club. I've done so many things through this club that I would have not had the opportunity to do without it. My mom went to work one day and I was kind of researching just kind of why my family was the way they were. So I was like calling rehabs and looking up different kind of things based off my family. So I knew what kind of drugs my parents were on and what kind of drugs my brother was on. So I was doing all this research and I became really interested in how the brain was affected while it was on drugs. So I was looking at the brain on cocaine, the brain on heroin at like 7th grade. So I had this Toshiba laptop, you had to keep the charger in for it to work, and I was just doing all this research all day while my mom was at work. And all of a sudden, I just became really interested in just research. And I always did research. I would watch YouTube videos, I would be constantly online just taking notes, and then it became a real passion once I was in high school and I realized I could actually study it. Well, the first day I walked in, I went with the case manager and they were the first people to tell me, oh, you can study neuroscience. All this stuff that you wrote down and everything you had an idea about, it's a real thing that you can do. I didn't know about financial aid or how college worked or the opportunities they have for minorities. So all the information they provided me with Wednesday workshops, and I went to senior retreat as a junior. They let me do all these opportunities. I've never been to a college campus before I went here. They took me to UCLA, USC, UC Santa Barbara, everywhere. I've been to UC San Diego multiple times through the club. These are things I wasn't able to do on my own. They helped me write my essays. They taught me interview skills. They taught me how to talk to professionals, stuff I really had no idea before. So I have this big vision that I'm gonna come back because neurosurgeons do make a lot of money. So I'm hoping to kind of make this able to help more kids, because I know we help a lot of kids already, but there's also so many kids who have no idea what the club is, or we don't have the capacity to serve all those kids. So I just want to be able to provide more computers and more rooms and more programs for them, because funding is what runs this place. So I really want to be able to come back and also come back with the knowledge I have. And I try to do that now, when I go to a program and then I'll bring back what I have to college bound or to other kids. But I just want it to be able to create a really large mentorship program.